So welcome back to another Finding Forex video, ladies and gentlemen. This one's going to be a quick one. There's going to be lots of nuggets in this video for you guys to all take from it and learn for yourselves. So I do advise watching till the end, especially if you're a bit inconsistent and you're not very profitable at trading at the moment. I'll be running through all my pairs, but before we get into that, if you guys want to take the exact trades that I am taking myself, then I would advise you guys highly to purchase my signals offering. I've restarted the premium signals service, and if you are interested in taking the exact same trades as I do, with analysis on occasion, stop losses, take profits, all of that good stuff, get in contact with me via email. So let's first of all start off on GBPUSD, as I think it will be a nice place to start. So we're looking on the daily here, and as you can see, since around about the 13th of December, we've just been sort of going back and forth between these two zones. What I'm ideally looking for with GBPUSD is to get in a short position, like so, from around here, stop losses just above the highs, like so. So we'll take our stop loss down to about here, 80 pip stop loss. And then we get a 448 pip take profit at a 1-to-5 risk to reward ratio. That is something that we're looking at to do. However, we need to wait for confirmation. This is on the daily time frame. If we drop down to the 4-hour, let's see what's going on there. Potentially, if we can get a nice close like this. We're rejecting away from this. The candlesticks are really small, which does indicate to me, at least, that this market wants to continue going downwards. So let's see how this pans out. Let's see what this does. The best thing we can do is be patient. So looking at GBPJPY, this is on the 4-hour time frame. From what it looks like, we are seeing some nice respecting of zones. So we had support here, turned into support again. Did sort of test as resistance here, tested support, snapped back. That's not too bad. I think if it was just to keep bouncing between these zones, I wouldn't really be looking to use it. What I would like to see is price come up into this zone here, which is my area of interest, or even up to this zone here, so we can look for shorts. We'll have to see what happens with GJ, but it does look like it wants to go up. If you can see, we're getting sort of like a wedge forming. So if we get the old trend line, like so, does look like we have a sort of wedge forming in this pattern, and I do expect to see something along the lines of this. So we'll test up here, reverse, test, and I know you can't see it really because it's black and I haven't changed my thing. If we change it to white, there you go. So that's what I'm looking to do. So come back in here, test, and then retest, and then continue up. That's what I want to see. I want to see a retest of this area. However, whether that happens, we'll have to wait and see. So that's the 4-hour for GBPJPY. At the moment, we're just waiting. NZDJPY, once again, very similar to GJ here, actually. Looking to target this area up in here. If we get our trend line out again, once again, we're sort of forming like a wedge. So once again, I would like to see something like this. A tap below here, and then a retest, and then a continuation play like that. Nice and simple. Once again, nothing complicated. Trading doesn't have to be complicated. If someone's trying to make it complicated to you, they're just trying to sell you a course. A trade, simple support and resistance, and I've thrown in some smart money concepts in there as well. Once again, as part of the signals offering, you do get access to not only the retail side, but the smart money concept side. So you get the best of both worlds, whether you're a smart money concept trader or you're a retail investor. I do both. So why wouldn't you want to join? So this is what I'm looking at on NZDJPY. NZDJPY and GBPJPY looking very, very similar at the moment. Gold. Now, we need to scroll over to the daily to see this one, because we've got a really nice support and resistance zone here. If we go back, like so, as you can see, it's coming here as tested as resistance, support, resistance again. And now it's briefly sort of trading just above this zone. So we're in a really sort of awkward place with gold, where it looks like it wants to continue higher, but at the moment we just aren't finding the buyers to push gold any higher. So what we're going to be looking for on gold, I think, actually if we do this on the daily, I think this will be a little bit easier, is we want to see a nice retracement on gold. So if we do it from these swing lows to these swing highs, we'll get the old Fibonacci retracement out. Wrong one. Like so, fib. So go from the swing highs to the swing lows to the swing highs, like so. There we go. And what I would like to see is, once we got rid of that, is a nice retracement into this 61.8 fib zone. I think that would be very, very nice. I think if we can get a nice retracement into there, we've got a beautiful little support resistance area as well, like so. If we drag this even more across, like that, it's tested even more in the past. So this would be absolutely perfect if we could get a retracement down to the 61.8. I do not think this zone is going to hold, just because looking on like the 4 hour and the daily, like we're not pushing any higher. So if we look since around the 23rd of January, we're currently at the 30th of January, we haven't really been pushing any higher. So what I'd like to see is a retracement into 61.8 Fibonacci, and then we might look for buys on gold. For now though, we're just going to be staying out of that market. USDJPY, very interesting. Not really a lot going on since around the 23rd of January as well. Just been trading back and forth between this area. What I would be looking for is a breakout. So if it's to the top side, this is what we'd be looking for. So I'd be looking for something like this. So maybe a little bit of a pullback, breakout, test, and then shoot off. Or the opposite, we could be looking for a push down into this zone, pullback, test, bang. Something like that. Whether we actually get something like that, we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, just going to stay out of this because we are just moving sideways. Also, we may get some fake outs. So once again, we just don't want to be looking at that. So let's see for a clean breakout, a clean retest, and then we will look at trading USDJPY. USDCHF, quite an interesting pair. I feel like if we can get a nice retracement into this zone here, I do firmly believe that if we get a nice retracement into here, I do believe we could take this to the next level. I know once again with this pair, we are just trading sideways. So we are trading sideways, this little bit of price action. Overall, we are in a downtrend though. So whether we've hit the bottom, we'll have to wait and see. However, if we was to see some more downside continuation, I would like to see a breakout of this, a retest, and then a continuation play. Once again, whether that happens, we'll have to wait and see. For now, though, we'll just have to see what's going on the 4 hour. Potentially, this could even be a little order block in here. So we'll get a horizontal ray, like so. That could be the order block. Clone it, and then drag it down to here. So we'd have to see. If we are actually trading right in this order block, if you could even consider it a valid order block at the moment on the 4 hour, but we really want to go to like the 15-minute and see some like break of structure or change of character before we continue. So I'd want to see a breakout of this previous swing high. If we can break that, then I'd look for top side. But once again, there's not really much point getting into top side buys here because you'd only get maybe barely even a 1-to-1 at that point. So not much trading it, even if it was a valid order block, which it might be, it might not be. We'll just have to see. Right, so that is USD CHF all done. Once again, not really a lot happening. AUDUSD. Now, I am very disappointed in this because this is actually a pair that I wanted to take yesterday. However, market opened. I wanted it to see a bit of a retracement into here and then a bit of a pullback, because if you look on the daily time frame, once again, we're clearly rejecting this quite nicely. We've got two dojis, bearish doji. You know, we're looking like we want to go downwards, and it does look like we want to come and test this order block down here. So this is a bit of more of a 4 hour order block. We've got the imbalance, all of that good stuff. Even here, there's a bit of an imbalance. So this is something we're looking to test. We're looking to do a the plan was to get into this trade, get a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. I know that's 1 to 1.97, but we can say that's 1 to 2 pretty much. I was looking to get a 1-to-2, so open up 2 trades here, only risking 1% per trade. So we'd be gaining like 6% or whatever, or 8%, but we'd be risking 2%. So we'd do 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio for this one. Then we'd have exited that trade at a 1-to-2, so we'd have secured in 2 profits. So even if this trade was to come against us, we'd still be in the green. Okay, and this is almost a 1 to 4. So if we were to drag that down like that, we could get a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. So in total, we would have been gaining about 6% on this trade, which would have been very nice. However, we didn't manage to enter, so we'll just have to wait and see if we can get a retracement back into here. So let's move on. This is AUDJPY. Once again, if we look on the daily, this is more of a daily support and resistance zone. We've had a clean breakthrough here. It would have been nice if we got a break like this bearish candle here. However, we didn't get that, and now it looks like we're coming in to retest. So if we can come properly into this zone, retest, we would look for some more topside movement. And this is probably where we'd have our zone drawn in nice here, like so, like that. And we're just getting there. Stops just below this previous wick here. Take profit there. Probably give us about a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Right. This is AUDCHF. So it's coming to this zone really nicely and it's started to reject. Now this is a 4-hour level, so I'm going to get rid of that because it's not really clear on the daily. You could even say that this is a pretty nice zone over here. But you've also got sort of, it's a bit choppy, like we came in, we came down, we came up. So I'm not going to use this zone. Instead, I'm going to probably just use these previous swing lows as an area of interest. So if price just come back into here and we do get some movement, this is something I'd like to see. Drop down to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what's happening there. Once again, yeah, probably just want to see something come into this area and then push up. Then we're going to be looking at AUDJPY. Not much going on with this one. These are nice zones here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We had a bit of a spike below, but then it retested support twice, and it seems to be respecting. It looks like we're just trading in this little zone here, so this is the zone that I'm looking for. We're just going sort of sideways like that between this zone, so that's not really something we want to trade. What we want to see is a break like this, and a continuation, or a break like this, and then a continuation. Whether we actually see that, we'll have to wait and see, but you can guarantee there will be a breakout. It's just how long we're going to be waiting for this breakout. A lot of things happen over Christmas, so a lot of things just end up consolidating between the Christmas period. Like if we look, so January we started getting some nice movement, but if you look in sort of December, this was sort of like all of December, so 22nd December, consolidating, January, started pushing up, and then we started consolidating again. So all of this price action here is chopping. We don't want to trade. This is sort of the price action that we want to focus on right here. So anything from my cursor right, because it seems to be respecting this consolidation zone. But Euro USD, not a lot going on really. EURJPY, looking to see a test up into here, and then shorts down to this, down to the downside. Once again, not a huge amount going on here. You just have to pretty much say that we are consolidating, but it's just a bit of a bigger range. So if we can see some rejection on the top side here, stop loss is just above. This zone's been respected really nicely. So stop loss is just above. Take profits at this previous low. You could even target, if you wanted to be a bit more conservative, you could even target this area here. So what you could do is realistically open 2 trades, and you'd have stop losses in the same area. You'd have 1 trade target in this place, which would still give you probably about a 1 to 6. And then this one, another trade target in this area, which would probably give you about a 1 to 8 or 1 to 7. However, what's the point? If you're going to get a 1 to 6, why wait for the extra 2% or even 1% or even 0.5%? So take your profits, get out. Don't get too greedy, but we're going to say you could even, this could be just spitballing here. Move your stop losses to break even, close this trade out, and let this trade run, see what happens. That's, once again, another scenario that could play out. And then last but not least, EURCHF. So once again, we are just sort of bouncing off this support zone right here. We do have a little bit of a resistance up in here, like that. These are just the previous swing highs, like so. So we have found, it's either we found a lack of buyers in this area, or there's sellers that have seemed to taken over, and then the buyers have taken over again here. So we'll have to see if we break out this trend line and then see a retracement back to this zone, and a retracement of the trend line, and a retracement of the retracement and a test of the trend line, and test of support. Then I'd look to take it to this level, perhaps. But once again, we'll just have to see. But that has been the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Please give this video a like because it really does help me out and does help the channel out. And if you are looking to get in on the trades that I am taking, make sure you guys get in contact with me via email and we will get you plugged into the signals. But thank you all so much for watching. This is Luke and I'm signing out. Peace.